Hello and welcome to the 2020 Green Mountain Championship here in Jeffersonville, Vermont. We've got round 3 front 9 action at the 8th Disc Golf Pro Tour stop. Big Barry commentary bringing you all the action today. Of course, Jeremy Koling joined by Paul Ulibarri.
Yeah, can't wait to see some highly technical golf.
Kevin Jones sitting at 17 under par with that magnificent round 2 effort. Doing well with circle 1 percentages, and James Conrad still holding on to that amazing 13 under in round 1. Only 3 under in round 2, but that's good enough to net him a lead card appearance, tied with this man right here, the Shaman, Eagle McMahon. God. Good God. We got Calvin Heimburg mic'd up today, and I think this should be an absolute joy for all the fans at home.
That's going to be
get to hear him in his real personality. He looks like a beige wall on the exterior, but he is a fiesta. He is a mullet of personality. There's a party in the back all the way. Hole 1, par 3, 320 feet. Starting off with a fairly easy hole. Forehand with a straight shot and maybe a backhand turnover mid-range for someone else.
Current leader, 1-stroke lead, Kevin Jones.
Such a versatile player Kevin Jones is. Proven himself in the open and in the woods, and that's obviously a scary thing to think about for all these other players in the course. We are on the wooded hole course at Brewster Ridge, and Kevin Jones is going to start off with a nice birdie.
Yeah, that was perfectly thrown. Baby Anheuser, soft touch.
Eagle McMahon.
Eagle going with, is that an MD5? I believe that's an MD5. Looks like it's like a gator type rim.
I'm guessing he's going to throw the exact same line.
Sure, try to match that. And that's got a lot more height, but that's drifting back towards the basket.
Oh, he nicks the chains.
It almost starts off with a highlight. That'll be parked for the birdie, but man, almost makes it rain. Hardly ever see that height utilized with the forehand, but I guess with the mid-range you can do that and still keep the disc close to the basket.
That was so good.
Be a joy to watch Conrad today, as it always is, but clearly a woods expert. This has got to get up.
I think that's great, isn't it? Oh, yeah, you're right.
Just a bit short.
Running out this foursome from Safety Harbor, Florida, Calvin Heimburg.
Calvin's got this drifting towards the basket. That's really nice. Wow. Just the latest turn on that was so straight for so long, and just the very end tucked towards the basket. Conrad will be first up from just around circle's edge. And just out, and of course that starts off with a bang and nice jump putt.
He's so good at those. And, of course, like we said, I believe it was round 1, that this course demands those 30 to 35 footers.
If you want to be competitive at this course, at this event, or at any event, you got to be making those putts. But you're right, it just seems to really draw out that distance so often on this course. We're going to be starting off hole 1 with a star frame from our league group. And that'll be another donation to Edge Foundation, $25.
Hole 2 here at Brewster Ridge sets the tone for what you can expect at this heavily wooded technical course. This 550-foot par 4 tests your scramble ability and your accuracy. If you are doing both things well, you should be fine. If not, managing par will be difficult. Let's see how it plays out.
Sorry that I don't speak well.
Where's Brewster Ridge?
What the heck? How did we miss that?
Kevin pushing this right side. This could get kicked out of bounds, or it could be in just the perfect position. To the right side of that row of trees is probably the best alleyway to the pin on the hole. That was a missed shot that got lucky, and see if he can take advantage of that break. Here at Brewster Ridge. Eagle playing the nice counter skip perfectly. That's a great angle to play on this left to right sloping fairway.
It's not nice to make fun of my speech impediment. That was perfect from Eagle. Here's James.
This would be really nice if it doesn't get kicked right. Oh, yeah, that's going to be lovely. So often when that turnover is coming into those trees on the right side, it just gets that real brutal, immediate 90-degree left kick, and that really ruins the angle for the approach.
And I do think that James wants to be on that right side, so that's actually a perfect shot for him. A little bit left, and James has a way tougher time shaping that backhand line. That's going to be just an absolute wall of trees for Calvin.
It'd be amazing if he can get anything up the fairway to circle 2 would be an outstanding effort, and who knows if he'll even have the option. And there's a great view of how nice and wide open that approach is, and Kevin does take advantage of it, and he is in the mulch pile. That is going to be another birdie. Eagle going with that MD5 again, and that shapes the fairway perfect. That is going to be another short birdie putt.
They're like 35 feet. Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's making the work on this course so easy.
Stress-free.
James will want to match that, and looks like he has done so. That is just clinic. Textbook work there from our first 3, and Calvin lining up the forehand roller. You know there's not much going on over on that left side. Yeah, that was about home free, honestly. That was so close. I think he just caught the last thing in the way, but about as good as you can expect from over there, and Calvin will have to pitch this one up to the basket, and he'll clean up his par. If this card keeps it up, they're going to put Jomez out of business with all this donation.
Calvin doesn't want any part of that.
Yeah, no, he doesn't
scenario.
like kids. Doesn't like kids. Calvin Heimburg, believe it or not. I got to take that back. Calvin loves the kids.
He loves kids. And we love Calvin.
Therefore, we love kids too. So that was weird. On to hole 3, par 3, 285-foot blind hole up and over this little ridge here. The easiest hole in the course, averaging even a little bit more than half a stroke below par. Gonna be a mid-range thrown for most of these guys, maybe even a putter for James and Kevin. Actually, probably eagle too.
Yeah.
And Calvin. Actually, I would be surprised if anyone doesn't throw.
Kevin.
Actually, this is mid-range.
Yep. This is an M2. And absolutely perfectly thrown.
Yep. Just a little bit of maybe 24 feet left for the birdie. Eagle with a
Early.
very awful early release, but fortunate. Sometimes in the woods, it's better to be off by 10 feet than 10 inches. That'll be an open, somewhat scary look for birdie from 38, 40 feet or so.
I don't think we're going to see a 10-foot miss from any of these guys ever.
Yeah.
That's a real big miss.
That was a pretty awful, that was a very early release for Eagle.
Right. When I think of a 10-foot miss, I think of like directly right.
Yeah. Actually kind of surprised Calvin not going with his AVR X3 here.
They don't want those 30, 35 footers.
No, they don't like that. That's something that they leave for other cards, like the chase cards and everyone else below them. If Eagle can make this putt, this would be a pretty big statement to continue that hot start of his round.
It's like he just set it right there. He walked over, placed it in there.
That's a great putt.
I think that
Such
should
a-
be the model of what a
Yeah.
perfect putt is.
Yeah, just 2 or 3 inches above the rim.
One flop
Dead center.
on the back.
Yeah. James, the two hardest putts are in the basket. So our lead card came to play today.
A lot of green. One par so far.
So far, yep. Then I'm sure that will probably change up a bit coming up to hole 4. Starts to get a bit trickier here for the next few holes as we've got another par 4, 575 feet uphill the whole way, about a 3-degree incline the whole way. And we were doing a little bit of math on our card today with Andrew Fish, who's an engineer, talking about hypotenuses and carrying it was math terms I hadn't heard since like algebra or geometry in high school.
What did you say? A hypotenuse? Is that an animal or what is that? Oh no, that's a
It's a
hippopotamus.
dessert, actually.
My bad. Yeah, same thing.
Kevin lining up the forehand.
Yeah, I really like this choice by Kevin. Shapes well for his sidearm. And
Oh, good soft skip. That's exactly what you're looking for right there. The best place is obviously in the middle. The worst place is off to the right side. That is jail for any shot. Eagle can be in a bit of danger with the forehand here if it gets any skip, but this is looking like it's perfect. Just going to get that straight skip.
oh, a little tucked.
If that had gone any farther into the woods, he might be in trouble.
Missed that. Oh yeah. Oh no. I'm not sure what's over there. I think there is a back door kind of late turn, but that's going to be tough to access the green from there, especially not, well, being that far back. Not from there,
And,
though.
Yeah, that's the best drive you're going to see on this one, most likely. That's just absolutely hammered up the fairway. We didn't see Kevin's drive. Oh man, I couldn't see that tree from James's approach. That was looking so good. I like that play from Kevin. That to access the green with a sidearm, to park it, you're having to go through all these trees. But if he knows that he's just going to hyzer to a very comfortable putting distance, you're hitting that gap at its widest point. very confident, smooth execution of a game plan there for Kevin Jones. Oh my goodness. That was looking
great.
like that was on the path for the basket for a second. Calvin's got a short putt for the birdie, and
Calvin's looking kind of swaggy today too. Red with a nice little sweatshirt. He's looking good out there.
less like a llama, more like a swag guy.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to believe that somehow Eagle's drive went farther than Calvin's when Calvin just blistered his eagle up the fairway. And James is going to have a little bit of work coming back for the par.
I think he was trying to make that.
It looks like it at that pace. You know, you don't expect him to go 40 feet long with a layup.
This is uncomfortable footing.
Does that matter for Eagle?
Nope.
Golly, this guy is on fire right now.
Look at this, though. The same putt as
Same
before.
Same putt, just a little bit more hyzer, a little bit longer, this time uphill.
I feel like the Jomez crew is just putting a replay of him. That's cheating.
Yeah,
it?
you have to actually putt it. You can't use prior results as a... Well, see, James just did that too. He jump putted and made one. And so that's something that he's done before. And again, that's cheating.
Basket looks really big to these players right now.
That's a par save, but it kind of feels like a birdie because it was a good putt.
Yeah.
Wow. This is good stuff, folks. Kind of hard to believe that James and Calvin are playing so bad at 3 under par when you've got Eagle and Kevin Jones at 4 under par. Like, they should have tried to birdie all of them, but they got a chance to make one back here on hole 5, a par 3, 305 feet. No, it truly is unbelievable how well these guys are maintaining this level of play through these woods. A forehand for probably Kevin, Eagle. James is going to go in with his JK AVR, and I'm not sure if Calvin's going to go with a forehand or not, but the biggest danger is that left side OB all the way down the fairway. I believe this is the same disc Kevin went with on hole 1.
That's good.
It's really good. Kind of surprised that Eagle's not going with the MD5 that he's been throwing so well.
That needs to get past that one.
Mm-hmm.
But with as well as he's been putting, that's playing as about probably a 50-footer, not a 80-footer straight down the hill. So he'll probably make that. Get the Jomez crew, slip him a $5 bill to put that replay on again.
It's just stock footage of 2015 Veterans Park Open or something.
Yeah, he's just like, yeah.
He's like 20 pounds lighter, wearing the floral pants.
Yeah. They're like, wait, what? All right.
They made it. I don't know. He must have changed.
I really want James to throw this well because this is such a pretty flight when he gets it correctly.
Oh, that could kick. Okay. Fortunate to kick right. Out of bounds is just, you see that kick left 9 times out of 10.
Right,
feels like.
yeah. Yeah, when that shot is thrown and executed well with a backhand, there's no prettier flight, I don't think, in disc golf.
Mm-hmm. That super late turn, because that gap it's almost 70-80% of the way down the fairway. So to get down to the pin, you really got to have that thing moving right at the end, and it's not an easy thing to do.
That's well outside the circle.
He's got some work
Again.
to do. I'm out of here, dude.
I was kidding about the $5. Look at this. Does it even do the flip? Yep. I was a little bit right.
This is insane.
What else were we supposed to say? What else were we? Perfect again.
Just pick apart how that was just a 2 inches right of center.
Yeah. James too.
Stop it.
Is this okay?
Are we both leaving the booth?
Yeah. Are they playing a joke
All right,
on us?
Well, have fun watching. This is going to be silent. There's just about 5% of our viewing audience that wants it to be silent anyway. So here you go.
Incredible display of putting and execution. Eagles made 5 jump putts, but he didn't jump.
This is
Effortless.
And you know that Kevin's loving this. One of the best parts about his game isn't necessarily how talented he is, but how much fun he is to play with when other people are playing well. There's a real vibe that he gets, that he feels from the other players, and it energizes him. And, you know, Eagle is just he's so professional and businesslike with his approach. It's nice to have that childlike attitude that Kevin has, not in a demeaning way at all, just he's very exuberant.
Absolutely.
And it's cool to see, because right now they are vibing right now, 5 under apiece.
That hole 6 is a pretty tricky hole. You really just want to hit this initial gap, and then it kind of, if you get the angle right, it just filters down there towards the basket. This is really well done.
And what Kevin did really well there was he got it down early. A lot of times people try to swing it in there and have the disc just naturally fade, but oftentimes what that does is it pushes to the backside wall about 35, 40 feet. He got that skip down.
I've seen this, and I've heard that he was doing this, and I saw him do it one of the times.
Okay, so a forehand roller for Eagle. So that'll be just a short putt from 130 feet left.
Yeah, he's just making fun of us. He's like, I don't care where I throw it, how I throw it.
Yeah.
I'm going to make it.
Pretty sweet feeling to have.
I don't know. Is it?
I remember one time in 2009 I felt that way for about 1 minute. And that's the common result that you see, and that's not a bad play at all. It's a good looking uphill putt.
Yeah, kind of where you expect to get to once you make the gap. You really kind of filter to that left side 35, 30 footer.
This needs to be a pretty stable AVR. Oftentimes this will flip up, and yeah, this is looking pretty good as well. Oh, but it's pushing backside. Yep, that's the problem. Except no problem now. With the double kick, he is only 18 feet away.
Well, it looks like he actually rolled into a tough little spot here. Yeah. You're not tricking anybody with this. Uh-oh.
You're so greedy, man. Trying to make that one, too. Why not?
At this point, the basket is literally flinching.
Trembling.
Yeah. Calvin wants in on the business.
Circle putt, 2 putts too.
You can do it. I can do it.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't remember if it was Idlewild or it was somewhere where I thought we might break a record for most slow mezzes in 1 9-hole stretch.
This one broke it.
Yeah, we're on a good pace right now.
And it's usually Kevin involved, but he isn't making any jumpers.
Not a single
He's
one.
Parking
Yet.
everything.
He's been inside circle 1 each of the first 6 holes, and once again he's got a short putt left for birdie, and he's going to be the only player with an unblemished scorecard. Normally we're talking about no bogeys, but he's got the perfecto going on right now.
Yeah, finally getting a stroke on eagle. You're just waiting to see which one got one on the other one.
I mean, if bogey freeze, if that's a no-hitter, Kevin Jones is pitching a perfect game right now.
Yeah, he's gotten all the holes, so he's
Yeah, and
perfect.
we're after 3 innings because it's a third of the round. So you do the math. There you go. Carry the hypotenuse, and then they got a hippopotamus. Hole 7, par 4, 560 feet, straight through the woods. 2 gaps to really go down. This right gap is the most predominantly played gap, but there's also that turnover forehand or the inside hyzer flip-up line that some players will go with. Get anywhere near this tee pad, and you'll have a straight shot up the hill to a basket that's on just a little bit of an elevated mound. Tough par 4. Any kick early spells disaster. Kevin going for that forehand turnover play, but going down the middle route. I wonder if that's what he's intending to do. It doesn't matter. He got all the distance he needs.
Yeah, I think that was a misfire that ended up perfect, yeah.
And this is that inside line. And it just gets blind. As soon as it goes around that corner, you just kind of cross your fingers and hope. Conrad with that Thunderbird. Yeah, you really just can't throw it much better than that. He'd like to be another 4 feet. Obviously, he's going to be tucked in behind that tree, but
Yeah, that's going to be a tough little run up.
might have to go with the standstill, back to the basket or something like that. But
Probably a better spot than James, though.
yeah, actually, might be right about that. Calvin will be first, and from this distance back, there are a lot of trees in the way. Not sure what he's got lined up here, but looks like it might be something tricky.
Oh, baby. Okay, that's bad.
That is bad.
And yeah, I didn't like it at all what he was lining up. I mean, he's very good at hitting those tight gaps like that, but such an awkward stance going up the hill to try to force a big angle backhand flex.
This is good, though. Didn't really...
I'll take it.
Must have been a really understable disc, but...
Stupid mistake. Dumb idea. Bad execution.
He makes our job easy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow, look how far Kevin got with that forehand.
And Kevin makes our job easy.
Oh my goodness, this man is on another level right now. I mean, this is the kind of stuff you want. He's giving himself a hand. Why not?
He's like, wow, good job, Kev.
This is what you want to do on moving day if you're on chase card or third card. But if you're the leader and you're doing this, yeesh, man.
This looks early. He needs to beat some trees. He does. He'll be fine.
Let's see if that tree was actually in the way at all for James. He might be in the perfect spot.
I think it's in the way. He's going to have to do this flex shot.
Yep. Not too problematic. That's a good swing, but that's going to be right at James' comfortable 34-foot jump putt range. What if Calvin could somehow save the miraculous par from this range?
This is deep.
A good effort.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't trying to lay that one up.
James to move to 5 under. Let's call it 45. And that just drifted a bit left.
Surprising.
Yeah. I don't recall too many times when he's jump putted in low wind conditions from that range and not at least drawn some metal.
Well, I mean, he's made every one this round.
Yeah.
Can't make them all.
Talk to Eagle about that. I feel like he's like a putting robot. Like the way he putts sometimes, it feels like if you try to engineer a robotic machine to putt perfectly, that's what it would look like coming out towards the basket.
It was a good putt there by Calvin as well. Calvin looks like Yoda when he putts. His release.
Yeah, totally. And look at this. The rich get richer. Kevin Jones. Man, he is still perfect through 7. On to hole 8. Par 4, 620 feet. Uphill the whole way. This is a 5-degree incline the whole way. Just to put in perspective, we're going up close to 20 feet in elevation, and it takes that 620 feet and makes it play so much farther. It's going to take a 350 at least drive in the perfect position to have any chance of really getting up there in 2 shots.
And even though we're in the thick woods, this day was pretty windy, so you had kind of a left to right breeze kind of pushing on this hole. It doesn't look like it's there, but I definitely remember that this guy is on another level right now. He is in the zone, and that is just, you can't place it any better.
Wow. Perfect little baby flex. Eagle and go for the inside line and doesn't quite get away with it, but I don't know, man. With his forehand ability, he might be able to get to the
for
finish
sure.
there.
He just has to miss a tree, otherwise it's home free. He has plenty of power to spare for everybody if they want it. He's greedy.
Yeah. If he gave everyone in the world a little bit of power, oh no. Can't finish that one before James gets the worst kick you can really get on the hole early and directly left. Going to be a really, really tough par.
Oh, I'm not aiming there. Okay.
Could
Man,
have been worse.
that's way off.
So the fact that we can see James means that he didn't.
He picked up his Thunderbird and jump putted it.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought that maybe he got a double kick and was on the edge of the fairway, but he actually didn't even make it to the fairway. He kicked kind of backwards and just having to get to the fairway with a little pitch out.
Is this a roller? Yeah.
And yeah, that is an absolute huck, even for Eagle from back there. I don't know if he can get that with a forehand. I don't like to say those things out loud because I might anger him and he might get better. But that's pushing 500.
He totally could have got there with the sidearm. See, I got you, dude.
Thank you for doing that. Calvin, man, what an effort from back there, going full shot. Calvin, one of the few players that I absolutely admire the way that he plays because his accuracy increases the harder he throws a disc. So when you get in these woods and you have these long par 4s, he has these short approaches so often just because the way he naturally throws.
And he can throw it really hard.
Yeah. And that's why you often see him just disc down to an eagle instead of going with a big distance fairway or a distance driver. Allows him to throw a bit harder and get his timing right.
If that didn't dry his hand off, I don't know what would. That was a pretty quick little waggle there, Kevin Jones, and that makes it all the way up to the top of the hill.
Kevin, that's the longest putt he's had all round coming up, and
He's trying to cool that hand off, man. He's
just
just hot fire right now.
potato.
This is a tricky little.
Wow, so he's going for the inside line, and Eagle's going to have some work to save his bogey-free round. And I thought James might have a look, but this is just going to have to be a pitch up to the pin to try to save his 5. Good work there.
Stay up.
Oh, wrong call. Sit down.
Close.
Eagles' nerves being put to the test here, perhaps. Nope. No, they weren't. A great par save. 6 under through 8, and another Jomez here.
Little left.
A little left, a little bit of flutter, you know.
Like it's tough to commentate on him because he's so good.
So good.
Another birdie.
Wow.
8 in a row. Can he do the perfect round? What do you think?
No, I don't. Well, sure. I mean, you could too. Will he? I don't think he will.
Yeah, but I also wasn't 8 through 8.
No.
Is this the type of course where you think you could someday see the perfect?
I don't think so. Just because of holes like the one we've got coming up on 9 and 10. They're
And
so
11, 12,
difficult.
13, 14,
Yeah,
15, and
15.
16, 17, 18.
There's a lot
are
of
tough.
birdieable holes in this back 9, but this one, obviously we're not quite there yet, but this is a tough one. He's got to get through hole 9 if he wants to keep this perfect round going. 375 feet down this tight tunnel, downhill the whole way, and we're going to be going downhill for the next few holes. Actually, the next 4 or 5 holes are all downhill. This one gets tough. Once you get over this hill, the green really slips away from the pin. Mid-range is a good disc choice for Kevin. He's going with the M2.
Trying to cool that hand off, man. 8 in a row. Money.
Drifting right. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That is
so
so
good.
good. Yeah.
What the heck?
Wow, that's exactly what you want to see there as it just slides over the hill. Gonna have a slightly downhill putt.
Yeah, probably circle's edge. It's actually not that easy.
Wow, worst skip ever. Hits the ground and just
Skips. Here's Calvin.
You know what I meant, dude.
Oh, look at his skipped and a little bit on the ground.
No,
That's
it
what.
didn't skip. He aired it there. Fool. Conrad going to be going with his MB4. That's an early release.
Oh, get by that. That's fine.
Can you get lucky all the way down?
Yes. I've seen this work out.
That's amazing.
That's a meme. And official meme face from James Conrad.
Yeah. Oh, that has to be a meme. That's too good.
Some really great shots. Let's see where he ended up if he's got a look here. Well, he's got to be outside the circle by a ways if he's going before eagle. Well, no.
Circle 2-ish.
Good
Close enough
bit,
to hit
yeah.
metal.
That's such a tough one to run because look how far down Calvin is. He's a good 2 of Calvin's down there, which is really
Was that,
far
like
down.
40 feet?
Which is really far down there.
Right again. Just a smidge.
He's right. He has been all over the basket from
so
that
close.
distance. Eagle. Just do it.
Wow. I haven't seen him miss a putt in a while. Kevin having to go with that wide straddle. Just got that tree in the way. Oh, man.
So far, he still hasn't had a putt outside the circle. 100%.
Yeah.
Circle 1 in regulation, which is...
I thought that looked like that was circle 2, no?
Nope. Which is just mind-boggling.
Yeah, circle 1 in regulation on every single hole, giving himself a chance.
That might be the most impressive stat I've
yeah.
heard of on this course.
Wow, and there's our front nine, Kevin Jones, just kind of separating himself a bit from the field. Eagle McMahon still with a great front nine, 6 under par, but now he's moved to 3 shots back of the lead. And Paul Macbeth, it's moving day, so you know he's moving. James Conrad still in that 3rd position, tied with Macbeth, and we've got a bunch of good scores. But Kevin Jones, man, the story of the front nine, what do you take away from that?
I mean, like I just said, I think that's the most impressive display of driving and upshot capability I might have seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Circle 1 in regulation on every hole from Kevin Jones. I mean, he's in charge of the whole tournament right now.
He's on fire. Let's make sure you come back and check out the back 9 of the 3rd round to see how he finishes out. We're almost 3 rounds through the 2020 Green Mountain Championship. Thank you so much to the JomezPro Founders Club. We'll catch you in the back 9.
Later.